Either you're swinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. Streets is a short stop. Either you're swinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot.
You already know who. Well, sorry, I forgot to say this. You don't know who it is, so let me go ahead and introduce you. It's your boy LAUD, LAUD from the Bronx. You feel me? Uptown in the building. We holding it down just like every fucking week. Here for the people. And my guy Deem.
I'm here.
He here.
I'm here.
This nigga working.
I'm here, but we working. We working. Just to let people know we working.
My man's in
the
store right
now.
Yo,
Ernst is also over here too. We working.
Yo, Ernst, what's good, bro?
Ernst right here. We working.
Yo.
What's good?
Yeah.
That's tough.
But, so we have a very, very, very special guest today. Matter of fact, I'll let you introduce yourself. Nobody could do it better than you. You feel me? So please introduce yourself to the people.
Peace. You know what it is. Inphamus Amadeuz, Sirius XM, Shade 45, Lost here, Special Locking In with Quality Time Network. We're here, man. I like this whole vibe you guys set up, the interactive thing going on from the house to the sneaker store to the
yeah, bro.
You got the whole bottom lower third on the IG shit flavor.
Yeah, bro. We set this shit up right now so it could be mobile. You feel me? We can't always be in the same areas, but the show must go on. You feel me? So
yeah, I agree.
Or we trying to revolutionize shit and change the game. And this is just the beginning, really, because we only on season 2. We looking right now to start season 3 where we gonna do it in person and have like more sit downs. We're gonna have bottles, bud, you feel me? Make it real homie. So you know, IG, you don't know yet, but IG likes to kick us off after an hour, you feel me? Everywhere else will let us rock out. But that being said, let's hop into these topics, you feel me? So for the first topic, we actually, everybody saw what happened with Kodak. He's been locked up. He got locked up for, I believe, a parole violation, or like it was something like he got caught with a firearm, or he lied on the application for a firearm, and then they caught him, so he had to go to jail. And while he's locked up, he supposedly got into a fight with an inmate, with a guard, actually. It must have been a brawl. A guard got involved, and supposedly Kodak actually hospitalized this dude. So it's kind of crazy to think like he got booked for some fuckery. He's already on the radar. He's already in there. I heard the song, what is it? Blood in My Eyes, I'm Going Blind, though. I heard that shit. You feel me? That shit touched me on a different level. I'm like, all right, this nigga sound like, you feel me? He regretful, he repentant. And then you hear some shit like this, and it's just like, yo, bro, what is it gonna take, my nigga? Like, I don't know. What do you got to take on it, bro?
As far as what, like for him to rehabilitate himself, or for him to not be accepted by us anymore?
For him, what is it gonna take for? That was a nice spin on it, because I'm trying to look at it from a positive level. So I want to be like, what would it take for him to rehabilitate himself and stop the bullshit?
I mean, you know, some niggas really can't escape that street shit.
Respect.
He's in the complete opposite of like a 6ix9ine, let's say, where 6ix9ine portrayed something he's not. Where Kodak is obviously really about that. He consistently keeps getting himself in trouble, and honestly, some people can't shake that shit. Like the shit is so deeply rooted in their life, they just cannot shake it. There's no money, there's no fame. There's nothing that can get them off of that. So, you know, in a situation like that, instead of rejecting a young minority like us, we need to kind of embrace them, you know, for as long as it takes to, if we really want to see the greater good. As far as hip hop goes, I mean, hip hop is forever built on violence. So as long as he's violent, he gonna sell. There'll be a place for him in hip hop.
True. I mean, does that reflect negatively on the culture though? Should hip hop evolve, or should it be stuck in a state of not, I wouldn't say glorifying violence or glorifying negativity, but more telling the story of the people at the bottom? You feel me?
Yeah.
Do you see there being a point where it transitions to like more upbeat or like party shit, or you feel what I'm saying, instead of the violent joint, like the violent joint completely gets stamped out?
Yeah.
Do you see that happening?
I mean, just from my experience sitting down with record labels, like as part of my job, you know, record labels are kind of annoyed because they're not making money off the current music. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this group of artists are making music for an audience that does not buy music. So thus they're not making money. Although it seems like they do, they're not really making money. Right. So, you know, just my interpretation of what I get from the labels, just sitting down with them, you know, they kind of want like the Nipsey Hussle, Logic, Common Sense. I think it's time for that type of rapper to emerge, because that type of rapper has never really dominated hip hop. We've had pockets of it throughout history with like Public Enemy and Tupac,
De La Soul, shit like that.
De La Soul and Cran Puba. We've had pockets of it, but we haven't had a full domination of it. And you know, the flip side is that these kids and everybody in society is more socially aware than they've ever been now, because the way information travels. So you see, like, let's say there's some random girl missing in Kentucky, we all posting that shit. You know what I mean? The information travels very quickly. So if the one thing that we should learn about the Nipsey Hussle situation is that type of impact, I think people want more of that type of message. You know.
But do you think, how do we, in that, with that being said, how do we get that message to be what's promoted by the mainstream? Because Nip, I'm a diehard Nip fan. You feel me? From back in the Killer days and shit with Drake, and like when he first dropped with like Hustle in the House and shit like that. You feel me? Like, so I seen niggas didn't show Nip the love he deserved until he died, bro. Like, and he been talking that prolific shit. He been talking that community upliftment shit. He been talking about bettering the community and shit like that. Nobody fucked with him until he died, though. So I don't get it. You feel me? So how do we get it? How do we get to a point where that's being promoted more than the BS? You feel me? How do we get to a point where that becomes the mainstream?
I mean, it all starts in rooms like this. You know what I'm saying? It all starts in rooms like this. It has to be a movement that's evolving from grassroots. So it has to start here, and then eventually it'll force its way up and elevate in.
I feel you. I honestly, part of the reason why we started this whole network was to start spreading positivity throughout the diaspora, not even just the fucking hip hop community, Black people, brown people, Spanish in general. You feel me? So if we could use this platform to do that, that would be perfect. That would be us accomplishing what we set out to do. You feel me? And I definitely agree with you that it has to start from the grassroots, because the established way is gonna do nothing but try to, I guess, keep itself where it's at, like keep the order the way it is right now. You feel me? So if what's selling, like you said, is in hip hop is always a reflection of violence, if that's what's selling, of course niggas
well, it's not necessarily what's selling. It's just the violence in hip hop is dressed up differently right now. So whereas in the 90s it was very straightforward, like they come on your block and pop your head off. But now, you know, the Dracos and the ARs are dressed up behind auto-tune melodies and strip club drums. So it's the same message as the 90s. It's just dressed up differently.
You think it's the same message as the 90s? Like, so who would you?
You really gotta listen to it. Like if you if you just really. And you know, it's hard to understand them because a lot of them have country accents.
True.
So for us, you know, when you have country accents and then you add auto tune on top of that, I guess we're having some technical difficulties on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, they
trying to check Deem. Yeah.
when you add in let me put it like this. So I'm 36, so I was around during that era of the ball shit, and when the auto-tune wave first hit, when T-Pain came out, we didn't know if he could sing or not. So we were confused. But when Lil Wayne did it, we knew he couldn't sing. So we knew he couldn't sing. So it just cascaded down, right? And I had to sit my kids down because I didn't understand like why they like this shit. And they just like, yo, dad, like this is our version of hip hop. It's like, who am I to judge them that this is their version of hip hop? I may not like it, you may not like it. But who are we to essentially judge them for liking what they like?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
When I was a kid, Raekwon said on the Purple Tape that he smoked crack, his eyes bled.
Shit.
You know what I mean? This is what I grew up in. So
yeah.
How can we judge these kids for listening to what they listen to? But music will evolve. It has regressed. I mean, I think we can all agree that it has regressed.
You see, I'm not gonna hold you. You see who's behind me. You feel me? So you know which side I'm on. You feel me? That's my favorite artist. You know which side I'm on. And a lot of times, like I would say, music has regressed. But speaking of a nigga like Deem, when he's really like pushing for people to respect a nigga like XXXTentacion, and then I actually take the time out to really listen, and I'm like, there's a lot of time now I see it's more emotional than like technical, I guess, if you would put it like that. Like it's more about the feeling that the music gives you. It's not about technically the story that you're telling or the message you're getting across. It's like a female, for certain artists. And I feel like more of the mainstream, it's like a feeling, because half the time they ain't saying shit. You feel me? But you vibing, right? But you vibing out because you want some shit, or like you high, or the beat hitting. And that's another reason why I feel like a lot of time producers should get paid more than artists. But that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conversation.
The problem is that we know nothing about this young generation of artists. We know nothing about their personal lives. Like the man behind you, Nas, we know his whole life story without meeting him.
Right.
And this is why we knew our artists. We knew Biggie without ever meeting them. We knew NWA without ever meeting them. We knew them without meeting them. And this is the difference between back to Kodak Black. Kodak Black in his first week selling like 70,000 units, and Nas selling 1 million units.
Right. And
the music is more readily available. So why aren't these artists selling more than our generation? Our generation hand in hand. You had to go out and buy the record.
Do you think it's the content, or do you think it's the business model that they switched it to as far as streams?
I think it's the relatability.
The relatability. True. So you feel like if there's somebody that drops that somehow manages to be hyper relatable, then again, you think about it, that's kind of like what Lil Nas X did, because he blended the hip hop with the country shit, so he kind of brought black and white together. You feel me? It was relatable on each side.
There's a reason why Drake sells 800,000 copies his first week. It's not because he has Candy records. It's because he got a record on there talking about his illegitimate son that we knew nothing about.
True.
We weren't talking about the record that he had, In My Feelings. We were talking about the fact that this nigga had an illegitimate son, and he had a whole record about it. So it's relatable.
True. I've been neglecting this shit for a little bit, so let me hop in the chat real quick. Yo, Torres, what up? Peralta knows best. What's goody? Thanks for coming back, y'all. Let's get it. Tiara was goody. She said Kodak is a dub. Next question. Torres said Kodak is a wing. Tiara said he must have a GF in there because he loves being locked up. Chill, don't disrespect him like that. Damn, that's OD. That's OD. Torres said hashtag he finished.
Yeah.
T.I. said hashtag no one cares. Win, what's goody, bro? Kodak whack. Torres, you stupid. Yo, Majin Scoop, what's good, bro? Thanks for tuning in. Torres said, nah, he violated Nipsey. He chat too much. He violated T.I. Sheesh. I mean, I respect that because I was sick when he violated Nipsey, bro. Like that nigga. Matter of fact, positivity. Let's promote positivity because he was on some bullshit right then. Tiara said hip hop death does not reflect violence. That's not where it started. True. I mean, not even that it reflects violence. That's why I was saying it's more like you're telling the story of where you come from. But if there happen to be violence involved in that, you can't sugarcoat that shit.
Once artists realize that they can make money without being in a nightclub, that's when the narrative changed. Because in the beginning, they were just making music for nightclubs, and they were making music for that's the whole purpose of a club record. The purpose of a club record is to promote your record in a room was full as many people as possible to get your message out. Now you necessarily don't need the club record, but once hip hop started spreading, and like a person like Rakim came in and was creating metaphors. Remember in the beginning, it was like hip hop, hippity hop,
yeah.
And then Rakim made similes and metaphors, and it went down to Cool G Rap and Wu-Tang and the whole thing. The music changed.
Respect. Torres said it reflects the culture and some of that is violent. Can't deny that. Tiara said, but that's not how hip hop started, but that's where this generation and some of the generation before them have placed it. It's not how they started per se, Torres said. Peralta says, y'all haven't we was. Torres said, I think this topic is better than Kodak anyway, to be honest. Shit. Peralta knows best said this is naturally Shay, thanks for tuning in. Jay Stacks, thanks for tuning in. Peralta knows best said, thank God that's over. Her voice was killing my ears. Damn, why y'all won't let Nikki live, son? God damn. Word. Naturally Say said, hope the new week is full of positivity. Thank you. Hopefully it is for you too. Tiara, hope y'all week is as good as the mac and cheese I'm gonna bake next week. Yo, bring up everybody in the live now. Now you gotta feed the whole live. Peralta said, same to you. Naturally shit. Y'all talking about food and shit. Torres said, this my dude, Amadeuz, he official, very knowledgeable. Facts. I'm deaf LAC as well, but since everyone is going to, y'all really talk about food. Torres said, I'm pescatarian and lactose, but I'll still eat good ass mac and cheese.
Yeah, we had mac and cheese this weekend. Torres is in my house. I made him a shrimp like veggie shit since he don't like steak and shit no more.
Oh wow, damn. Oh,
yo, what's wrong with eating meat though?
Shit. Nah, Torres been on his shit.
What's wrong with pescatarian?
Here go the next pescatarian ass.
what's wrong with being a pescatarian?
I had to look out for a nigga and fucking make us some shrimp. He didn't want the turkey.
Nah, I'm not gonna hold you. I was talking about it the other day, like that them vegan, whatever the fuck you had got me that time, bro. The chicken nuggets or some shit. Them shits was hitting, nigga.
At South by,
shits was hitting, nigga. OD, I might go vegan, son. But yo, back to the chat. This nigga sweating. My man's was working, dog.
That is rated outside, man. It's rated.
Yeah. Naturally, Shay said this generation is growing on us as it grows in the community. T said, okay, guys, I'm on old lady shit tonight. Y'all got till 9:45 and I'm in bed. Yeah, facts. You on some old lady shit for real. Torres said Drake relates to women. 99% of his fans wear high heels. You stupid. Naturally, Shay said, but he relates to men wanting to talk to women. Tiara said Drake's song was March 14th, which is also my B-Day. What, really? Peralta knows best said, word, hip-hop was exclusively only underground clubs. Yo, Insta-Dro was goody. He said, let me drive the boat. Drive that shit, bro. Fuck it. but yeah, so final thoughts on Kodak, bro. Should we let him live, or should we still, like, keep vouching for him, or should we let him go?
I mean, we can't let the Nipsey shit slide.
Never, ever.
We can't let the Nipsey shit slide, but we also got to remember how young these kids are. They haven't even lived their life yet. So a lot of it is immaturity.
Kodak, though?
Come on, 19 years old. How was he, like 19?
I thought he was like 21 or some shit.
Hell, he's a baby, bro. Nigga didn't even live his life.
You're right. But at 21, you're not going to catch me hitting up a nigga that just passed away wife talking about I'll deal with it. Come on, bro. Come on. There's no excuse for that, bro. He was wilding for that.
There's no excuse, but when you really, like, as you age and you start to look back at shit you did when you was younger.
Yeah, true. I done some wild, dumb shit. So I get it.
A lot of, at 21 years old, I was sitting up north serving a 4-8.
I feel you. Shit.
So it's like, You know, again, who am I to judge a nigga? You know what I mean? But
respect.
We can't say we're gonna push the culture forward if we're gonna reject, you know, some of the guys that's there that need to be taught the lesson.
And I think that's the best takeaway from this shit. At the end of the day, it's up to us collectively to help each other, because we could shun motherfuckers and push them off to the side for every little thing, but then we just being a part of that bullshit cancel culture shit, and then we wonder why there's niggas like Trump supporters. Those are all the niggas that was swept under the rug and just forgotten about for years and years and years, and they like, fuck it, he's just representing something different, so I'm gonna fuck with him. Like, we can't ostracize niggas, because that shit come back to bite you in the end all the time.
Yeah.
Naturally Shay said, nah, the Nipsey can't slide, but I will take into consideration he didn't know the true value of Nipsey as a man and a legend. I will say, I mean, respect, because still there's some people that be like, yo, I think Whack 100 just said some bullshit like Nip isn't a legend or some shit like that.
None of us knew the value of Nipsey.
Nah, bro, I don't it's hard for me to say it because it's at this point, but you could go back. Even posts I put up on the page, even shit that we spoke about topic-wise before he passed away on the show. Like, bro, Nipsey, I wish everybody could have listened to that nigga before he passed away. You feel me? Because his value would have been up there. Maybe he would have saw himself more than he was, and he would have been more protective of himself, because that nigga was different, bro. For him to do what he was doing, stay in the hood, stop fucking redlining, stop gentrification, hold gangs back, hold the cops back, all by him dolo, build up the community, give jobs to niggas that are felons that nobody else is fucking with, bro. Like, I all went out to Cali, bro, just to try to meet that nigga. Didn't even get to, but I met his brother, Black Sand, seen the store, seen everything they doing, bro, and niggas showed nothing but love. They didn't know me from a hole in the wall. Nigga, I was from the East Coast, bro. So, like, that nigga was different. Like, his whole presence was just different, son. I wish I got to meet him before. But if for the ones who know, they know. But that nigga definitely was special, son. For real, for real. For real, for real. That's my take on it. But we running out of time. We already like 20 minutes in, so let's hop into this second topic with your boy Colin Kaepernick. Speaking of community development and community lookings out. That's some yard shit. But so recently, Colin Kaepernick, we all know he kneeled for police brutality, got ostracized, blackballed by the NFL. He hasn't been in the league for, I believe, the past 3 years. And finally, he came to the crazy shit. Let me start out. The craziest shit to me is the fact that he settled with the NFL and they still gave him a tryout. Like, that nigga is, I don't think he understands how lucky he is, bro. Like, you drew attention, you became an icon, you settled, got paid millions, and you gotta, bro, at some point you gotta be like, I'ma chill and just do what I gotta do. But nah, my man's and all right, so I seen different sides of the coin. So basically, he got accepted. There was a meeting between him and the NFL. They agreed to have a couple teams come watch him try out. It was supposed to be majority of them, but I read a report that said only 6 teams actually showed up to the practice. But before that, there was a couple of rules and stipulations put in place. Like, he asked to have his own receivers. He got his own receivers. He asked to have Nike, I believe, film the shit. They allowed that shit. But he was looking. I think he was looking to have, like I said, all the teams there and something else. Hold on. It just slipped my mind.
I think it was just that, and then the Nike wanted them to shoot a commercial or something
different. It was something different where it was like he wanted the shit to be in a certain location and at a certain time. Oh, he wanted it to be on like Tuesday or something like that. But they gave it to him. They gave it to him on a Saturday. What he said, and he was saying doing it on Saturday would guarantee that no major scouts showed up because nobody's coming on a Saturday. But if it was on like a Tuesday, it would be better. But they wouldn't let him do that. And little shit like that. Also, they wouldn't allow any outside any outside people to film it type shit. And he was on some shit like he would believe that it was all a stunt for them to get him on camera and get his worst takes and put those together and say, oh, he's not ready because such and such. So he wanted his own camera people and they wouldn't allow it. So he said, fuck y'all. He changed the date himself, set the location himself, got his own camera people to come pull up and did this shit. And only 6 teams showed up. And he basically went on camera after saying how he's been ready, how he needs Roger Goodell and the other team owners to be ready, and this, that, and the third. And he brought it back to the media, saying the media was being vilified, and he's been there working with them for 3 years. And I'm like, yo, my nigga, like, at which point do you be like, I'm appreciative of what the fuck I have? Like, at which point? Or am I going against the culture by saying this man need to take time to reflect on his blessings? I don't know. What y'all think?
Oh man, I mean, I personally think it's over for him. I don't think that there's a future path for him in the NFL. They've shunned him already. It's been too much of a political thing. It's millions of dollars involved. It's black, white, race. You got presidents talking about it. They're never letting that man back in the NFL ever.
I feel you. So you think basically at this point that man is a pariah and nobody's touching him?
Pariahs. And quick side note, he got one of the best looking women in the game right now.
I don't know. I don't know who his girl is. I have to see her.
His girl is the host from Hot 97 that took Angie Martinez's spot. Her name is Nessa.
Nessa, Deem, I know you know who that is. Yeah. You gotta know that. Ern's over there trying to be quiet. No front.
He won. He got bad bit. He got a few $1 million. You know, he gets to save his body for longevity, not get beat up in the NFL. Just take your bag and go.
So you feel like he need to shut up and dribble? Nah, let me stop. That I honestly,
I mean, at the end of it, I had this conversation with somebody, and they were saying like, "Yo, the NFL trying to set him up. Like they trying to set him up, and he had to protect himself at the end of the day." So you know, but my thing is, if you got to protect yourself, why even go back to the league?
Because he getting millions of dollars if he go back. Nigga, money run out.
I'm sure Kaepernick could get that somewhere else at this point in time in his life. He's a political figure now.
But remember, he said even back then, I'm not the one to lead the movement. Like I'm the one to bring attention to it. So maybe he doesn't know how to capitalize off the attention, or maybe he can't because then it's gonna look ingenuine or disingenuous. You feel what I'm saying? So
it doesn't have to be something political. I mean, if you're a football player, I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff that you can do.
name a football player. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like, come on. Me personally, like, I'm gonna throw it out there and say, when Tom Brady retires, my Patriots will pick Colin Kaepernick. If nobody else is available, that's what I'm hoping for. Because at the end of the day, he's still fucking nice. You can't tell me all the quarterbacks in the L is better than Colin Kaepernick. You can't tell me that. He just won't shut the fuck up and get out of his own way. That's his problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, to me, it goes back to just what is your point in all of it? You feel me? Like,
right.
Because if you want to play on the team, why are you rocking the boat? You feel me? You're lucky you even in this position after literally going against the cops and the NFL. You feel me? Two of the biggest organizations in America. Now you still chatting, bro. Like, do you want to play or not, nigga? Like, that's just looking at it. Like,
At this point, let's not forget, like, yo, he's making a lot of money off this shit too.
Yeah,
deal with Nike.
Right. Brandon, all that shit. He's getting shit.
I'm sure this nigga, he got non-profit organizations, so he ain't paying taxes on shit. He getting the bag. The super bag.
See, I didn't even know about the nonprofit and all that.
Of course, he got a whole bunch of nonprofit organizations that he created off this shit. You don't think that his PR team sat down and said, "Hold on, you're never gonna play in the NFL again, but if you continue to do this, we're gonna make this and this and that." Of course.
True. Damn, I don't know, son. That nigga need to get out his own way, cause I don't know.
My thing is, what was the publicity stunt for? Like, what is he trying to prove?
Maybe it's to keep his light going or his buzz going. Maybe his buzz is dying down.
Yeah, could be.
Cause I don't see how it benefited him to go on camera and be like, "Yo, I've been ready for 3 years. Roger Goodell, you need to show me that you're ready." Like calling niggas out. You called out the commissioner of the league after they gave you another chance, nigga. What are you doing? Like I don't know. He don't want to make money from them. At least he just want to be a thorn in their side, I guess.
Yeah. But he's still making money off them. When he becomes the face of Nike's whole entire campaign, is based on what's happening with the NFL. So he's still making money off it, whether it's directly or indirectly.
True. So do y'all think he's capping? Do y'all think he's just a PR stunt, like a living, breathing PR stunt at this point?
I think it's probably become that for a time.
So you feel like that's the route he's heading to?
It may not be him, but I'm sure the people around him.
I feel like at this point, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna reserve judgment until the next move he make. But after that, it's either he's a bozo and he's just doing this shit for publicity, or he's really about something. Because I'm still kind of iffy on the whole him nailing shit. Because I don't like what did he accomplish? Like, what was his goal? Was it to bring attention and then shit got rocky? So it was like, fuck, I just want my job back, because I still see motherfuckers getting killed by the cops, and I still see police brutality and shit like that. And everybody seems to have forgotten about it. Like, that was the whole point of everything. So, like, I still don't get what the point of the whole shit was in general. But I don't want to downplay it and say he didn't serve a role. He definitely drew attention to it. He definitely helped. You feel me? But other than drawing attention, what was the purpose? Like, I don't know.
I just wanted to jump in. So like you said, I think the more unclear things become with him, like the harder it is to follow him, like, and stand with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And my only thing is like, yo, with both of y'all, like, if y'all, if you know, like, on a regular level, if a job don't fuck with you, like, why you gonna still? I don't know. It's just like, if a job don't fuck with me, like, if a company I know that I work for, they don't fuck with me like that, like, I have no desire to even, like, work for them anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, like, spoils his passion, so it's kind of hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else is he gonna do? You feel me?
Better go to Canada with that shit or something. Like, go play Canadian League. Because down here they are not with the shit. And I mean, I get it. Like, sometimes, well, for him it's different. Like, right now I'm going through some fuckery and I'm trying to get away from my farm or plantation. You feel me? So I'm going through the bullshit. I understand what it's like when niggas at your job try to fuck you over, and like, you gotta be an adult. Because I'm 28 now, so I'm trying to be a fucking adult about everything, which is hard. I don't know how I do this shit. I give it to you, bro. I give it to you because being an adult, getting to just 30, you say you 36, getting there, bro, without strangling a nigga, like, I give it to you, bro. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
It takes a lot of patience.
Yeah, I believe it.
Another thing too, like AK said in the chat, she was like, "But if he gave up, we complain about that too." And honestly, like, that's true as well. Like, if you think about it,
exactly.
If become an actor, we'd probably be like, "Come on, bro! Like, you was fighting for a cult to get your job in the NFL, and now you talking about you about to go act in movies."
Wait, no, hold on. So that leads to So he was fighting for his job or for a cause? Because you say he was fighting for a cause to get a job in the NFL.
First, it was a cause, and it was the same thing Jay-Z said at that press conference. He was like, "All right, like we got that part done. You did it.
Yeah.
Like now we're talking
what's-
about something else."
And that's my part. My point is the now what? What comes next? Like, you drew attention, my nigga. That's like your house is on fire and you run outside fucking screaming. You get your dog to run up and down barking and shit. The whole neighborhood come out and then they're like, your house is on fire. I copy. How do we fix it now? And he's just like, I don't know. Somebody. Like,
I
how?
mean, it's not something new though. People have been protesting for years on stuff, and there's been no changes. Like, protesting is one of those things where you go outside, you walk down the block. No offense to anybody that does. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying, you go outside, you yell for a couple of hours, and then what?
But protests aren't supposed to bring change. They're supposed to draw attention. And that's what people be fucking up because they be mixing the two up. They be thinking, yo, go protest. It's going to change shit. Because their mentality is, if I get mad enough and complain enough, somebody's going to fix it. Who the fuck is somebody? Who's somebody? That's where Cap ended. He was like, somebody gonna fix it. Police killing niggas. I'm kneeling in the NFL. Millions of people gotta watch it. Now fix this shit. And it was like, so what are your suggestions on us reforming?
But not only that, it's not like he kneeled in the NFL and he's on the front line of every police beating, every police shooting in the country. He's not there. Instead of him being there, they got him in Africa.
Right.
With a bunch of children.
Right.
So that's obviously a public. I mean, maybe initially his initial message was for that, but it still became political on his end, and it's obvious that it became political.
Yep.
He's not on the front line with niggas. There's a video of a nigga right now with no hands and legs getting beat up by the police. If that's his message, he has the biggest platform in the country right now. He should have been right over there. He needed spreading his message.
Word.
Instead he's trying out for the NFL. Then when he's done doing that, he'll be on a flight back to Nigeria and take a picture in front of a giraffe with a bunch of kids.
Yo.
Guaranteed.
Yo, I don't disagree, my nigga. And it's like, what the fuck is genuine nowadays, son? What is genuine nowadays? That shit is kind of scary because if a nigga like Kaepernick ain't real, who is real? You feel me? If let's not front. He put a lot on the line for this shit. He put his life, his career, his reputation, all that shit on the line. You don't really get that back once it's gone. You feel me? So for him, for all that, what's the point?
I feel like at this point, even with this happening, the second thing happening with the NFL, I feel like, and I don't know the guy, I feel like this is starting to become a rebel thing. Like he likes to be the rebel in the situation, and it's like it's starting to look like it's a rebel without a cause now. Where at first you nailed, all right, cool, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened, and now it's happening again. It's like, bro, like you're just rebelling to rebel at this point.
Right, and on that note, that brings me back to the video he did, the press conference he did, because he even mentioned, oh, you guys in the media have been being attacked for the past 3 years on some like Trump calling them niggas fake news, and he was like, I've been being attacked for the past 3 years for, you feel me, trying to like associate the two, and it's like, nigga, get the fuck out of it. What you're talking about right now with this NFL shit has nothing to do with a man literally this is spreading disinformation and dividing a whole country. Like, nigga, what? Like, this is about your job, nigga. Like, even that alone made me feel like it's like a stunt. Like, yo, look at me. I need attention because they're not doing me right. And at the end of the day, he might be right. He might be right that the NFL would have took those clips and stitched together the worst takes that he had in the practice and been like, yo, Colin Kaepernick isn't ready.
Look at it from a business standpoint. Don't you have to protect your brand? The NFL has to protect their brand, and they still have this almost leech attached to them where they probably needed a way to cut it off. And maybe that's why they agreed to it.
So,
we don't know.
And there was a couple of niggas, even other niggas in the NFL, that was like, yo, the whole meeting is kind of fishy, that they just all of a sudden decided to give him a tryout. And so, and let's keep it a buck. Nobody saw that shit coming, especially after he settled for millions of dollars. So it's a sticky situation. I
But
don't
I
know.
mean, didn't Jay-Z have some involvement with this meeting as well?
I saw something like that. Supposedly Jay had a hand in them coming together. And if that's the case, then Jay might have spoke to Robert Kraft and like had it in through Robert Kraft or some shit to get people to pull up, because the Patriots were one of the people that were going to see him try out and shit. So Jay might have had a hand in it. And you know this nigga Kraft fuck with all the hip hop niggas and Meek Mill and all the niggas, you feel me? So you never know, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, when he signed,
It's happening in the chat too.
Because I'm trying to figure out how much money he made off this shit. Because you don't talk about money. His deal was like $126 million. No.
Yeah, something stupid.
And then he got 54 million in potential guarantees and 13 million guaranteed.
Yeah, nigga, 1 million guaranteed is like, yo, that's incredible.
What Nike made $3 billion off it.
Word?
$3 billion. Look this shit up. They made $3 billion off that nigga.
Off Cat.
Look it up. Google. I just Google it right now. Google it right now.
Selling them goddamn sneakers.
They made $3 billion off that nigga.
Yo, it's like ain't shit sacred, B.
That nigga get in the bag, my nigga. He get in the bag.
True. Now he got to be getting something out of that.
Get in the bag, B. Come on, man. You know at this point, he get in the bag.
Oh shit! Nike raising $3 billion after Colin Kaepernick calls foul on shoe.
$3 billion.
Yo, what?
Come on.
Hey, business move, man. Business move.
So do y'all think Cap is still for the culture, or he's out in space now?
I think deep inside, he is. But the people around him are just turning it into dollars and cents.
But if that's the case, I could see that happening, because in my head, in my opinion, that nigga's not a leader. You feel me? He said it himself out his mouth. You only got to tell me some shit once. You only got to let me know who you are one time, and I heard you. You feel me? So in my head, he's not a leader. So I could see him having a platform and then being manipulated by the voices around him. And I believe there was reports. This is wild, alleged speculation and shit. I would have to go back and fact check, but I believe there was reports of people saying his girl was the one running his meetings and shit like that, and where he was going and who he was talking to, and Ray Tay, what he was saying to the press. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. And at the end of the day, it seemed like all that nigga want to do is play football. Like, he's very vocal when it comes to playing football, but everything else, he's just an icon. You feel me? So I don't know. But you know what? Speaking of respect, speaking of the culture taking that shit serious, let's hop into this third topic before IG cuts us the fuck off. We got like 15 minutes left. So, by the way, thanks for coming on again, bro, because just taking an hour out of your day is a lot. You feel me?
I appreciate it.
So, this third topic, you know, I wanted something that was relatable to you as our special guest host. So me and Deem had looked into this before about DJs getting respect, and I just wanted to revisit the topic because we have a new one here now and see where your is on the subject. Because I know you be fucking with Lord Sear, you a staple on Shade 45, you fucking with artists, you doing the new artist spotlight showcase with Torres, like, you feel me, you out here, bro. So what is your take on DJs and them getting respect in the industry?
I mean, an artist can't break a record without a DJ. A label, publicist companies, you cannot break your record without the DJ. So the DJ is one of the most important aspects. As a matter of fact, the DJ may end up being the most important aspect because we have ways to make your record sound better than what it does. So if your record is, let's say, you know, like we have a habit, like myself, like if I'm in the club, I have a habit of switching tempos up. So if I get a new Jay Critch record and I'm trying to mix it with the big record, me speeding that tempo up slightly will raise the value of that record in that environment. You know? So
yeah, definitely.
But the DJ has never gotten the respect since the beginning. I mean, the original DJ like Kool Herc.
Yeah, those niggas like Grandmaster Flash and shit, like they definitely got the respect because there wasn't no recordings back then. You had to see them live. Yeah, that too. There was no MCs, but you had to go see the live show or bootleg the shit, and the bootleg was rare as fuck. You feel me? So the when the MC came on the scene, everything switched to them as the show. I don't know the core.
Yeah, I think you know what it is though when it comes to DJing is that a lot of times DJing is an art where you cannot respect it until you understand it. A lot of times what people see as for DJs, they see it as playing song after song after song. They don't understand like you mentioned before, like speeding a song up, making it sound better. There's many tricks that we do at events that even stuff that we're saying in the microphone when we're talking on the mic, like we're everything. It's almost like we're 10 steps ahead of everybody at all times when you're DJing a gig, a wedding, a club. It doesn't matter where you're at. We're always 10 steps ahead. So I think people don't understand that when they do DJs. And in my opinion, I was actually talking to Ernst about this. I'm not with him anymore, but I was talking to him about this a bit earlier. But I feel like DJs are going to start gaining a lot more respect moving into the next 5 to 10 years. There's a couple reasons why. One of the main things is social media. A lot of clout DJs that are popping up. Not saying clout DJs are a good thing, but clout DJs are showing that DJs can become the artists.
Yeah,
they're actually showing that in 2019. Like DJs are getting the bag now. The bag. They're equal. So you're talking like $1,000 an hour for shows, and I'm not making these numbers up. The second thing is we're moving towards more streaming, which means all of these gigs that we play at, if we start streaming our songs and playing from Tidal, those artists are now going to get paid from them. Artists now aren't getting paid from songs that we play in the clubs.
True. So y'all gonna have even more power in y'all hands.
Yeah, all the time.
But the flip side to that too is that, you know, a lot of these DJs are on radio contracts for $0. You ain't hear that from me though.
Oh,
so a lot of DJs,
gems like the fucking
on contracts from radio stations for $0.
So it's just for the exposure.
Yeah, because they know you making a bag. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on. Niggas ain't dumb. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So you talking about payola type shit?
Well, I mean, not even payolas. I mean, just, you know, even the club shit. Like he said, there are DJs that, you know, make good money, but there's not that many of them.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I mean, we can count on one hand the DJs in New York that are over $1,000.
That's the fact.
Everybody else,
actually, I can say now, I will have to disagree with that because I think now because of Instagram and because of clout, people are getting those bags. We just don't see them on Hot 97 or a Power 105. But if they can bring in any given night 100, 200 people, they're going to get that bag because they're IG famous. Doesn't mean that they're good, but eventually clout is like deodorant. Clout is like deodorant. Eventually it wears off and everybody sees that you stink. So you better head to the good ass shower.
Yo, by the way, bro, you I was gonna say you look like you in Whitsec right now, bro. I could barely see you for real, bro.
Yo, here we go.
You know, the thing is that, see, that right there is public perception. Public perception would just assume that all these niggas are making a bag. Trust me, there's niggas on the radio right now that's only making $200 in the club, and there's niggas on Instagram that's making even less than that.
Absolutely.
So, Absolutely. A lot of that is public perception. Like, he got 1 million followers. He's making this much. You'd be surprised what DJs take. to DJ.
Honestly, with not even just DJs, with everybody, niggas dead ass be thinking social media is life. Like you got 10 million followers, but nigga, you still live in the jacks with your mom.
Yeah.
So why does that matter? Real quick, I want to read this because I seen a post earlier. It said a DJ, a club owner, and a promoter were in a DJ booth discussing who was more important. The promoter said he was because he books the shows, gathers the crowds, and finds the spots. The club owner said he was because he owns the club and provides the VIP spot. The DJ turned the mixer off, stopped the turntables, and sat on a stool. The crowd froze and started to leave, and the DJ never said a word. Moral of the story, you could book 100 shows and 100 clubs, but without a good DJ, nothing moves.
And that's a
Hashtag respect the DJ. That's real shit.
And you know what's happening too? Oh, that I was saying earlier, what's happening is the DJs are becoming the promoters. So why do we need the promoters? The promoters was one that wasn't even paying them.
Yeah.
Y'all should be getting paid a promoter's fee too, though, not just to DJ, because like you said, half the time niggas, that's crazy. That's crazy.
If I'm bringing people out, if I could successfully bring out 100 people to a venue that holds 200 people, why should I be getting paid a regular rate? I should be getting half of whatever that promoter is getting.
Yeah.
Nah, that's real. That's real shit.
Yeah, but see, the flip side to that is if that event goes on and it rains or it snows, and people don't come and 5 people come, are you going to be willing to take half the loss the promoter takes?
Absolutely. I would feel like if that was the agreement beforehand, then I'm gonna have to accept that. But if it's like, nah, you booking me for a gig and I don't have to promote, you just put me on your bill because you know I'm a talented DJ. Absolutely.
Because see, I've been on both sides. Like, so before I started DJing, I was a promoter. And then you know, at Shea 45, I was putting a lot of radio DJs on the radio. Like the Selfs of the world, but even other guys like Punch, like Pretty Lou, like I was putting a lot of these guys on the radio. And it dawned on me, I was like, you know what? I'm putting these niggas on the radio. I'm gonna go put myself on the radio. Right. So I taught myself how to DJ, and I didn't know how to DJ. I didn't know at all. I just went around the top, and I would go in the booth for the club for a half hour, the last half hour, and just DJ. And I was terrible, but I learned throughout time. Like I learned how to blend it and put it together. And from that aspect, I would never go back to being a promoter. Ever. I would never go back to being promoted because at least as a DJ, I know I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna get paid, and I'm out.
Right.
As a promoter, there's a whole entire different thing. Like, so when I get booked to DJ, I only gotta post a flyer one time. When you're a promoter, you gotta post all fucking week posts and shit.
Yeah.
Tweet. There's a whole bunch of other work that goes with it too. So, for me personally, I would prefer just a DJ. But I could see a DJ wanting to get in on a promoter's aspect, especially if its value is higher than what it's getting paid.
Yeah, like I said, if you got the following.
Yeah.
If you got the following, people are coming, and this is happening now. Like I see it on my end. People are legit hitting me and saying, yo, where are you playing at this weekend? I want to come out. Yeah. Like they look at the flyers and yo, I'm coming out. So if you can do that, then you know it's showing something. It's showing something moving into the future. We are getting more power. We are getting more respect. Right now, we're at a state where it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. We look at it at a surface level, and artists too. Like now, they have access to DJs. I'm sure you get the DMs all the time. Yo, check out my record. Bump this, bump that. But that's showing you that they have to come to us for that.
Yeah,
they have.
Of course. The flip side to that is just for the DJs to band together and start throwing parties.
That's what's happening. We see that. Look at Brooklyn. That's what DJs in Brooklyn.
Bro. And in the city.
Yeah.
Or
the DJs on the promoters now.
They're not using promoters at all.
Yo, Deem. I mean, Deem himself started some shit called the Crate Sessions, where he basically has an event that highlights the DJs. Like he comes out. If multiple DJs are there, they all spin different sets and they all like interact with the crowd and everybody just vibes out like a nice little session. You feel me? We did the first one a couple months ago. That shit was fire. This boy, some white joint was even trying to get my son neck while he was DJing. You feel me? Like wild out there wilding. You feel me? That shit was lit. But Like that's how I go. But that's what I'm saying. Like I personally feel y'all deserve all the credit y'all need. You feel me? Without y'all, nothing moves. You feel me?
Right.
In the club, on the radio, whatever. Without y'all, nothing moves. So for me, y'all got all the respect in the world.
Yeah, we gotta remember, man. Like we're entertainers the same way somebody is an artist, the same way somebody's an actor. Anything. It's an entertainment business, and us as human beings, we are made to be entertained. The fact that as soon as I tell you, yo, let me tell you what happened with the chemical reaction in your body says a lot about humans.
Word. Yo, but we got about 2 minutes left. So before we get kicked off, first and foremost, once again, thank you for coming on the show, bro. It was an amazing time. Second and third most, y'all, if y'all have a time, it's this Tuesday, tomorrow, and also every other Tuesday. Y'all need to pull up to the city to Hayati Club. Check it out, Haytay, right? Hayati,
Yeah,
right. It's a showcase that Inphamus, our guy Torres, put together called the New Artist Spotlight Showcase. They have some of the hottest niggas in the city pull up, shell of shit. That shit always is packed. There's always mad bud in there. They was giving out bud for free last time I went. Shit was lit. It's always somebody in the building, whether it's DJ Self, Drewski, whoever. You feel me? It's always a good time. It's nothing but quality vibes. Pull up. You feel me? I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna just tell Torres, but I'm definitely pulling up to perform. You feel me? Because y'all niggas, y'all got that shit set up differently. You feel me? So
yeah, you know, we got that live band shit too. So that live band.
Oh, y'all got a live band now?
Well, we do the cypher with a live band.
Oh shit! All right, matter of fact, whatever you got to promo, go ahead, because we running out of time. So just do your thing.
Amadeuz, every Thursday, Shade 45, Sirius XM, Lord Sis Special 3 to 4. My new EP any day now. The prelude available everywhere. BT Jams, Hot 97 tomorrow. I'm there with Drewski, and like he said, New Artist Spotlight concert series. Come with bars ready. That's why I pick people to go to Shade 45 to freestyle live on the radio. So we got.
See, I'm fucking slacking. So I should have been performing. I'm not gonna hold you, but I don't even. I am super bugging, nigga. But don't worry, son, because when I do come and show shit, y'all gonna understand. Torres already know. You feel me? Like that's the Brody. Man. Me and Torres gotta talk. We gotta draw some shit up, son, because we gotta definitely get something on paper with this quality time partnership.
No
like,
doubt.
For real. But you already don't know who it is. Once again, it's your boy LAUD, Uptown Bronx. We in the building. Go check out my new video, by the way. It just dropped for my song, Feel All Right. Shout out to DL Productions for shooting that shit for me. He definitely did that shit for the love. He hit me up, said he liked my shit, wanted to record a video for me. So, you feel me? Appreciate that to the fullest. I'm here every weekend as usual, and my fellow co-host. You feel me? Please, sir.
Yes, you already don't know who it is. It's the boy DJ Deem of the Milky Way Galaxy. Right now, I'm in Silent Hill, as you can see. I told you.
Facts or some zombie shit. Fuck, I forgot. Yo. It's your boy LAUD from the Andromeda. You feel me? We out here, doggy. What you mean? But it's Quality Time TV show, Quality Time Network, and it's quality shit every week. Please come back. Peralta, definitely pull up when you in the city. We here. You feel me? It's always love. Drinks on you. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Drinks on you. Pull up though. And it's your guys. We out of here.
Peace.